Hey, this is Cakes and Shakes, and I am here with my Mega Shadow Dragon Midnight. Just hanging out and growing Midnight right now. And the purpose of this video, I get questions all the time about, hey, Cakes, how do you know values of the pets? And where do I go to find values, and how do I understand values? And if you're gonna play Adopt Me and you want to trade, understanding values is super, super important. So I want to do my part in educating all of my subscribers so that you make good trades and you understand the value of the pets you have. And you basically understand how values work in Adopt Me. And I've been playing Adopt Me since July of 2021, so over 2 years. And as you can tell from my videos, if you watch my channel, you know that I trade all the time. Like, I do multiple trades a day. You see my videos, I post some of them on my channel, but I'm always trading. And so the best way, honestly, to understand values is to trade and to understand, values. But one of the things that I want to just educate all of you on is, you'll hear me talk about frost values, or you'll hear me talk about, when I'm trading, hey, that pet's worth 2.3, or that pet's worth 5, or that pet's worth 1.8. What I'm referring to is something called frost values. And so what that means is, if I say something is worth 0.5, it means it's worth half of a frost dragon. And so I've created this spreadsheet over here to help you guys follow along. And this column right here, column C, represents when I first learned frost values. Those were the values of the pets that I learned when I started playing. But I think the values have actually changed a little bit over the last couple of years. And so I'm going to update you on what I think the values of the pets are right now. Feel free, if you watch this, to disagree with me. Feel free to say, hey, I think it's worth something else. This is my view. So that's why I'm calling them the Cakes values. Right here, I need to add an S to the end of this. So feel free, and listen, values change all the time just based on the supply and the demand of pets. So some pets are in really high demand, and others are in not as high demand. And so those pets that aren't as in high demand the values tend to be less than the ones that are in high demand. So hopefully that all makes sense. But I'm going to just explain frost values to you really quickly here so it makes sense. And at the same time, I'm actually going to I'm going to grow Midnight when I'm going to go back to my house here real quick. So I keep aging up Midnight while we, while we talk. So, all right, so back here. So first thing is, when I talk about frost values is the denomination. So everything is, how many frosts is something worth? So for example, in the original frost values, an evil unicorn was worth 0.5. In other words, it was worth half of a frost. And so if you had 2 evil unicorns, that was worth 1 frost dragon. And same thing with a crow, it was worth half a frost. A parrot was worth 0.6 of a frost. An owl was worth 0.8, and a frost was worth 1. So a frost, obviously, since it's denominated in frost values, or in frosts, it's worth 1. And so frosts are still probably the highest demand pet in the game, would be my guess. And so it still makes sense to index everything off of frost. And you can see in this column, in column C of my spreadsheet here, you can see what everything was worth originally. So a bat dragon was worth 2.3 frosts. A shadow dragon was worth 2.5 frosts. A neon crow, neon evil were both worth 1.5, as was a giraffe. They were all kind of worth the same. Now, things have changed over time, and everything that I am, gonna show you is based on my trading now. So over the last 2 years, values have changed a little bit. And this is what I think things are worth relative to a single frost. So another example here, a mega frost originally was worth 9.3 frost dragons. So if you had 9 frost dragons, you could get a mega, and you added a little bit, you added a neon turtle or something, you could get a mega frost. So and a mega shadow was worth 23 frosts, a mega bat dragon was worth 21, a mega giraffe was worth 14.5, and on down the line here. What I've done in my spreadsheet is updated all these values, so hopefully the concept makes sense. But the interesting thing is, you can still, and I just did this not long ago, you can still trade 2 evil unicorns or 2 crows for a frost. So they're each still worth 0.5 of a frost. So that the values of those individual pets have not changed. I believe that a parrot is actually worth slightly more than it used to be. So it takes, and the other thing I didn't mention is a neon legendary is worth 0.1. So did I put that on my spreadsheet here? I don't know if I put it on here. Yeah, I did, right here, neon ledge. A neon ledge is worth 0.1. So the way to think about it is, if you had originally, so if I had, and when I say a neon ledge, I mean like a good out-of-game neon legendary, like a neon fly ride phoenix or a goldhorn or a T-Rex or something like that. A good legendary, but not one of the top tier ones. It's kind of worth 0.1. So the way to think about it is 10 neon fly ride legendaries like phoenixes would be worth a frost dragon. So hopefully that makes sense. So if you wanted to offer for a parrot, you would need, if you had a crow, you would need to add 1 neon fly ride phoenix. Let's use the phoenix as an example to get a parrot. That's still pretty close. I think the parrots have actually gone up slightly in value. I think they're worth a little bit more than 0.6, but they're still in the same range. And I actually think owls used to be worth 0.8 of a frost. So in other words, if you had an owl, you could add 2 neon fly ride legendaries to get a frost. I actually think it's closer to 2.5 or 3 now, and so that's why I'm putting them at 0.75. Still rounds to 0.8, but I think they're worth a little less now than they used to be, as it relates to a frost dragon. Again, these are the cakes values, so feel free to disagree with me. But this is I want to make sure you guys are all educated. Giraffes have actually dropped a lot versus what they originally were. A giraffe now is worth about 1.35 frost. So to get a frost, to get a giraffe from a frost, you'd have to add, 3 or 4 neon fly ride legendaries, or kind of one of these other pets that I'm going to show you. A bat dragon used to be worth 2.3. It's still in the same range. I think it's worth 2.2 now. So 2 frosts plus 2 neon fly ride legendaries. A shadow used to be worth 2.5. Now it's worth about 2.4. So it's worth a little bit less, but still in the same range. A neon crow and neon evil, the neons that are probably the most impacted, the giraffe has gone down in value versus what it was. A neon crow and neon evil are worth about 1.3 frost. So you have a frost plus 3 neon legendaries. That will get you a neon crow or neon evil. Or if you go down here to the bottom of my list, a neon cow, or a mega unicorn, or a mega chicken, or a neon, I think I have a neon turtle in here somewhere. Yep, a neon turtle. If you add that to a frost, that should be able to get you a neon crow or a neon evil. So hopefully that makes sense. Neon parrot has actually gone down in value a little bit. Now it's about 1.6. So if you added a frost to a parrot, or a frost to a crow with a little bit, you'd be able to get a neon parrot, or a frost and an owl, you'd be able to get a neon parrot. Actually, you'd be a little bit over. A neon owl, they used to be worth the same as a bat dragon. Now they're worth a little bit less. I think they're worth about 2 frosts instead of 2.3. So that's a neon owl. They've gone down in value a little bit. A neon frost is worth about 2.65 or 2.7. It used to be worth 2.8. So you could get a neon frost for 2 frosts and call it a parrot, something like that would get you a neon frost. Neon giraffes have actually gone down a lot in value. So now you can get a neon giraffe for let's call it a neon frost and add a frost and maybe a little bit more. I'm not sure why. I guess it's just a demand thing, but the neon giraffes have gone down from 4.5 frost to about 3.8. So less than 4 frosts will get you a neon giraffe. A neon bat dragon has also gone down a little bit. They're about 6.5 versus 6.8. A neon shadow is about 7. Mega crow has gone from 5 frost to about 4.5 or 4.45 is what I think. A mega evil has gone from about 5.2 frost to about 4.7, worth a little bit more than the crow, but now they're under 5 frost when they used to be over. Mega parrot used to be worth 6 frost, now it's a little bit less. I'll call it 5.8. Mega owl's worth about 8 frost. A mega frost, they've actually gone down a little bit as well. They're worth a little bit less than 9. I have them pegged at about 8.8. So the difference between a mega owl and a mega frost is somewhere around an owl or a frost, is somewhere around an owl or a frost dragon in that range. The other thing is mega bat dragons are now worth about the same as a mega shadow. I see them both having declined in value versus the frost. So you can get a mega bat for about 20.5 when it used to be 21, and a mega shadow used to be 23. Now it's about 21. So I think you can get the difference between a mega bat dragon and a mega shadow is only about a crow now. It used to be more like a bat dragon was the difference. And then a mega giraffe's about 12.4 or 12.5. I'll just say that one's 12.5. It's definitely gone down, but a lot of that has to do with the neons are worth a lot less. So another rule of thumb is if you get 3 of a neons, that's worth kind of like a mega. So if you had 3 neon giraffes, call them, just round it to 4 here versus the 3.8 times 4, that's 12. The megas with these are worth a little bit more, so I think a mega giraffe's about 12.4. Candy cans have gone way down. They used to be worth a bat dragon. Now they're worth more like a neon parrot, if you're lucky. I've had a hard time trading the candy cans when I've had them. Mega Dalmatian used to be worth a bat dragon. I think it's somewhere worth around a neon owl. Mega turtles used to be worth more than a frost. Now they're worth less. Now you actually have to add to get a frost if you have a mega turtle. We talked about the neon legendaries. Mega hedgehogs have really held their value. They're still worth about 4 frost dragons, right? Like they're very rare. They're hard to get. From what I have seen, you can get 4 frost dragons for a mega hedgehog, and the neons have actually really held up their value as well, just because they're rare and they're in high demand. Mega Arctic reindeer have actually lost a little bit of value relative to the frost. They're worth about 1.8 now. They used to be worth 2 frosts exactly, but they're worth a little more than a neon parrot, but a little less than 2 frosts. Mega albino monkey is worth about 1.6, so worth about the same as a neon parrot. Also, that's gone down a little bit. Mega blue dog, I think, is about worth 1.8, so a similar as a mega Arctic reindeer. Mega monkey king, they used to be worth about 3.7 frosts when I learned it. I think they're worth less than 3 now. They're worth about 2.8 from what I can tell. Mega lions have gone down a lot. They used to be worth almost a bat dragon. Now they're worth more like a neon crow or a neon evil. And So if you keep going, a Mega Kanga is worth about an owl, so 0.75 or 0.8. Neon albino monkeys are worth a little bit less than a crow, or an evil. A Mega Nessie's worth a frost. A Mega Flamingo's worth about the same as a neon crow or a Mega albino. Neon Hedgehog is worth a frost. You're not gonna be able to get one for less than that, maybe tiny bit less, like maybe 0.9, but it's really worth the frost. Mega Cow actually, I think, has gone up in value. These used to be worth, I'll call it an owl. Now I actually think they're worth more, like almost just under a frost. Mega Crocodile worth a frost. Neon Arctic Reindeer is worth slightly less than a parrot, but a lot of times you can trade them for a parrot. Neon Monkey King, same thing, worth an owl or slightly more than an owl. Neon Flamingo is worth just under a crow or an evil. Neon Turtle is worth about 0.3, so 3 good neon legendaries. Mega Strawberry Bat is worth a frost. Mega Lava Dragon's worth a frost. Mega Turkey's worth a parrot. Mega Platypus is worth about an owl. Mega Swan is worth a little less than a crow or an evil, but more than a neon turtle. A Mega Pink Cat. I actually think, so I just traded a Mega Pink Cat for a frost, but I think I got really lucky. I think they're worth more like a parrot is what I see from a Mega Pink Cat in terms of just how much the neons are worth and so on. So I would say a Mega Pink Cat is worth more like a parrot. If you can get more than that, awesome. Like I was able to trade it for a frost. They used to be worth frosts, but I think the value of a Mega Pink Cat has declined a lot. So you know, that's what I see. They're also somewhat hard to trade. Let's see. A Mega Hyena is worth about an owl. Sometimes you can get a frost for a Mega Hyena just because they're rare. A Mega Rhino is worth a little bit less. You can get them for trade a Mega Rhino for like a crow or an evil. They're pretty close. A Mega Polar Bear, same thing, crow or evil. Mega Arctic Fox, crow or evil. Mega Chicken is worth about a neon. Is worth about a neon turtle or a neon cow. Same thing with a Mega Unicorn. You can trade a Mega Unicorn for a neon turtle or neon cow. A Neon Dalmatian is worth about a parrot, slightly under in my view. They're worth a little less than a parrot, but you can get a parrot. They're just hard to get a parrot with one of those. And then a neon cow we talked about is worth about the same, maybe slightly less than a neon turtle. A Mega Meerkat's worth about a parrot, and a Mega Shrew's worth about an owl or a little bit more. So hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully that helps you understand what frost values are. For other pets, right, when folks refer to tier 1 pets, they're talking about these pets in gray. So basically the top 10 pets in the game: shadows, bats, giraffes, frosts, owls, parrots, evils, and crows. Those are kind of the top tier pets. Those are the gray ones. But these are the values I use. I'll keep these updated, and I'll post kind of updates every once in a while just to help you guys. For lower value pets, I use adopmetradingvalues.com. So I find that to be a helpful. It's got everything that's been in the game since the beginning of the game. And while everything isn't perfect, and I'm not sure if they really update it based on trades or how they keep it updated. Supposedly it's people who know a lot about the game that keep the values updated. So like I don't think that Adopt Me Trading Values is perfect, but if it's something that is helpful, especially when you're starting, and if you don't have a reference point like what I'm giving you, that's actually how I started learning values, and then I learned frost values just by trading, and then now I'm kind of giving you an update on what I think the update to the frost values is based on what I see in the game right now. But but like I said, the values change all the time just based on supply and demand. I will say that the top tier pets are always gonna maintain their value better than other pets. So if you can get these top tier pets, they will always have a higher value than the other pets just because they're in higher demand. They've been out of game for a long time and people want them. So that tends to, you know, have them hold their value better. So that's the Cakes Values update, folks. I'll try to update this periodically when I think things, when I think things change materially. But that's that. Hopefully, hopefully it's helpful to you in understanding values. Hopefully, it helps you get fair trades. Hopefully, it helps you make fair offers and get the pets that you want. And I will try to help you if I can. If you post things in my chats, I may not be able to answer everybody, but if you have questions, I can try to help you as much as I can. But hopefully this is helpful to you. Obviously, I can't post every pet out there, but I'm trying to get kind of the highest value, the oldest pets, so that those covered, so that you kind of understand like what you can work toward and what folks are going to be interested in. Now, look, just because I'm saying what the pets are doesn't mean you can always get the pets. Like some pets are just going to be harder to trade for, like mega owls and mega frosts. Super hard to get. They're hard to get because they're just high demand and people want over offers. Same thing with mega bat dragons, mega shadows, mega giraffes, right? A lot of times people want over offers, but hopefully this is helpful to all you guys. And I will, like I said, I will update this periodically so that you guys can kind of keep up to date on the values. And as I see values changing, I will update this. But like I said, I hope it's helpful, and I will see you guys all again real soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye.